Hey, welcome in. Well, most of the really big, high-profile, woke stories tend to come out of the United States, but it is everywhere. Here's something out of Canadian news. Here's the headline. Ottawa Carleton School Board will allow students to change names without parents' knowledge. Now, this is a message. This is saying, you thought they were your kids? No, they're not. They're our kids, and we're going to do with them as we please. It says, an email states that parents or guardians do not have to be involved in their children's new identities. New identities. Just let that sink in. This is the cultural revolution at work right here. And it's so brazen. Anyway, it says the Ottawa Carleton District School Board will allow students to make their own decisions about their gender identity and expressions at school without their parents' knowledge. I mean, this goes beyond, the parent who thinks that their kid is an angel at home and at school they're a nightmare. This goes far beyond that. When you're talking about gender identity and expression, do the parents have to know if the school counselor sends the kid to a doctor to get hormone blockers, perhaps? What about a double mastectomy? How about that? This is the schools and ideologues at the schools, running the schools, basically taking ownership over your kids. Let's see. According to an email sent to school board colleagues, students will have the option of being referred to by their chosen name and pronouns and will be able to change their names on all non-legal documents used by the school. So apparently a child can just decide to change their name, pronouns, all of this, and just be indulged. I don't know that this is super healthy for kids. I mean, at some point, in order to become a functioning adult, you have to become comfortable with yourself. If you're constantly changing your identity, because why not? Why couldn't you just keep changing your identity? No, it doesn't feel right. No, I don't feel good now. Well, I'll change it to something else. Why couldn't you just keep doing that? This seems to me to be deeply irresponsible and a bizarre social experiment that nobody seems to have considered what the consequences might be. But I bet they have some words to make you feel better about that. Let's see what they say. Well, I can see right here it says that the school board is committed to building a culture of caring. Well, I'm not sure that this is caring. It seems to be more of just a total abrogation of responsibility. But anyway, it says here, the school board recognizes and acknowledges that intersecting identities, including race, religion, and ability, impact people's experiences of transphobia and transmisogyny, and must be included in our approach to prevent and address discrimination. And the school board is committed to building a culture of caring, which prioritizes the dignity and well-being of students in inclusive and caring classrooms. I think that the fact that they haven't thought through the consequences of any of this shows that they don't actually care. This is about something else. I think it's about ideology. I don't think this prioritizes dignity or well-being. I don't see how telling children that they're all unicorns is caring or responsible in any way. I mean, we have to remember these are children. They're not adults. They can't make these kinds of decisions. They can't have informed consent to do any of this stuff because they're children. They have yet to grow into their bodies. Their brains are not formed properly yet. Their brains won't fully form until they're in their 20s. I mean, what do the biology teachers have to say about all of this? They must know something. But anyway, the post-millennial requested comment from the school board, trans and gender diverse student support coordinator. Why do they have that? This is a very small percentage of the population. At most schools, if you just leave the kids alone, that person will have nothing to do. But anyway, so the post-millennial requested comment from the trans and gender diverse student support coordinator, Kusha Dadui, I hope that's how it's pronounced, asking why the school board has decided that parents not be informed of their children's identities changing. It seems like fundamentally wrong to hide that from parents. Like, it seems like a gross abuse of power, does it not? In fact, I'll bet you that they'd prefer that the parents not be informed. Anyway, it was also asked if it was appropriate for a school board to help a student hide information from their parents in such a manner, and where the school board draws the line in terms of hiding information from parents. The postmillennial has not received a response at the time of publish, and I don't expect that they will. This story is another reminder that this stuff is happening everywhere. There is a singular ideology, this woke ideology. You call it progressive, whatever you want. But it's not, your father's liberalism. It's not. It's something new. The modern left is something new. And they appear to be relentless, extremely zealous, again, to the point of fanaticism. And they see everybody who doesn't agree with them as the enemy. And they have names for you if you disagree with them, white supremacist, racist, phobe, blah, 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 blah. But just remember, there's a reason they want to hide this stuff from you. And as soon as you see what they're hiding, you understand why. Anyway, that's all I want to say about that. Please subscribe, like, and share. That really helps me out. If you just like to listen, there's the podcast Radio Baloney. It's on pretty much every platform. If you look for it, you will find it. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.